Hello, guys. Welcome to Gusto Reactions. Once again, thank you so much for always liking, sharing, subscribing, of course, telling your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. We love and appreciate you. Big Lala, of course, in the building today. You know, I'm on black. Baba said they're on black. They're doing thing. Anyways, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about this, country, saying this country now, wow, diesel at 800 per liter and everything. Quite a lot of people are complaining about, the country. Easy, to be honest, easy. And of course, we just hope that, everything gets back to normal. It's never been this, bad in terms of me seeing different, like you could see a tweet, a second tweet, the third tweet in a list, all of them saying about, talking about the same thing. And it's really, really bad. Big Lala here. Welcome to the show today. It's Gusto Reactions, and we've got Wizkid and his fans. Yes, we've got DAVIDO as well. And of course, a certain Shoki Shitta. Now, it's no news. DAVIDO is posted a picture of MD, one of Wizkid's, super stands on Twitter. That's gotten a lot of people talking. DAVIDO as well has been saying Namiduam and all of that. Big Lala, DAVIDO is getting accused all over again because of this issue. Now, a certain time, in 2018 thereabout, a certain Shoki Shitta who maybe DAVIDO fan or just maybe a random fan went to the front of Wizkid's sister's shop. He heard that Wizkid was coming to Surulere. He went to the front of the shop and started raining abuses and curses on Wizkid. Now, Wizkid, as we all know, wouldn't say a word about it, about let it slide. But then, of course, Wizkid has the likes of Barowa and Igimu and everything. So these guys got Shoki Shitta, beat him to a pulp. And after that, DAVIDO called this guy and gave him 1 million naira. Now, that got a lot of Wizkid fans saying, are you supporting online trolling and everything? This guy literally just abused Wizkid, got beaten, and of course, but yeah, people were saying DAVIDO actually gave him money to treat himself and everything because of this and that. Big Lala, fans have brought about that same issue once again. What do you think?
Well, this period, was it 2019, right?
2018, 2019, thereabout.
But I think that period was, even though they say things like, oh, there's no beef now, there's no anything now. But the reason I would presume David gave that guy some money was not because he rained curses on Wizkid.
Okay.
This is from my understanding. He rained curses on Wizkid in front of his sister's shop, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens next? He gets beaten up by loyalists of WIZ in Surulere.
Yeah.
He got beaten up so bad that even the police arrested his loyalists.
Yes.
If I can recall.
Yes, very well, very correct.
And I'm pretty sure around that period, he also made some other videos praising David or making moves to the other side of the divide. That's so you as a Yoruba boy, a Yoruba man now, somebody will just hail you, sir, you, and then someone that's coming from the other side of the divide. And then there's obvious disconnect between Wiz and David at that time. You get? And he gives the guy 1 million naira, not for for the abuse, but he gives him money for what he's gone through. He got beaten up so bad.
And is it really the abuse? Is it really for what he's gone through? Is it really for what he went through?
If he's getting paid for the abuse, that means they may probably have planned it and be like, oh, go and do this in Surulere to show your strength. But I doubt that that's highly likely that it would have happened. He is getting some sort of cash gift for being beaten up.
Yeah.
Not for the abuse. I don't think it's for the abuse. And if people are bringing it up right now, saying things like David was over, well, okay, let's for a moment agree that's is it the same as what we were discussing yesterday? Of course it's not. All these people that are saying at the end of the day, Shoki, none of these guys, this guy in particular was raining curses at what? Wizkid, right? Did he bring Wizkid kids? Did he bring Tifa? Did he bring any of these things to the question? And how Wiz, like I said, let's say how Wiz will handle that situation is up to Wiz. How David will handle it is up to David. Somebody has dragged David's son into the equation of something that is very, very nasty, and he decides to act that way. So it's incomparable for me.
Big Lala, should Davido have involved himself? Should he have even involved himself in the whole Wizkid and Shoki Shitta thing at the time? I mean, if he was a Burna Boy that beat Shoki Shitta, or if he was a Skibby, or someone who is close to David, would David have given him the 1 million naira? I mean, a lot of fans actually believe that David shouldn't have meddled into that part at that time, and that right now is probably reaping the fruits of what he has done at that time.
See, whatever happened back in 2019 is not the cause of what happened today. Let's get it straight.
Okay.
Because does FC care about what's his name?
Shoki Shitta.
Shoki Shitta, obviously not. They don't give two craps about him. They don't give two craps about a Barua or even an Igimu. The only person they give a crap about is Wiz. And with his people, I mean, the people in his close circles, not all these ones that they're just holding forts. They get your back at any time. So whatever happened in 2019 is not the reason what happened today has happened. What happened as at now is something entirely different. Is a new law for standship in Nigeria, or the stand culture in Nigeria. It has degraded from several other things like degrading somebody's performance, somebody's achievement for your own stands, achievement and things like that. It has now gone to people now dragging families and children into it. So I don't think what this Shoki Shitta did is what led us to this point. I think people who are just trying to bring that into it they are trying to make excuses, and that's the annoying thing. You're trying to make excuses for something that is clearly wrong. You cannot make excuses for something that is clearly wrong and say, but this one did it, but that's why I find it stupid that people are saying, but they started it first. So started what first? Why don't you condone what they started first? Why must you do the same thing as they're doing, and even do worse than what they're doing? It doesn't make sense.
Big Lala, is it that you do not find anything wrong in what Davido did for Shoki Shitta?
Well, see, at that time, there was no truce between Wiz and David. They can come in now, and David can say things like, "Oh, we've always been friends, but we've not seen each other."
Yeah.
But that statement is a lie, because they've not always been friends. They've gone back and forth on social media.
Times, yes.
They've called them, this one has called this on Frog Voice, this one has called this on something else.
International passport.
Exactly. So it's not. There's not a case of we've always been friends. That statement is false.
Yeah.
So as at that time, if something like that happened, it's a chance for David to one up Wiz on the streets of Surulere. Isn't that what it is?
Is that the right way to one up?
What is wrong with it? It's what's it called? The same way I won't say it's mind games, but it's a strategy. Somebody is in your enemy's camp. Somebody is upset. They've beat up somebody who's meant to be loyal, and people know, and it's come on social media, and they've beat him up, and he has held you. It's a chance to one up.
And you don't, and Big Lala, you don't think that's a way of encouraging, trolling to continue by giving someone money to abuse? I mean, someone abused,
how you see it.
I'm trying not to be, biased towards the side right now. Now, Wizkid FC are coming and say, although what MD has done is, like we agreed, a couple of them are also.
They did not come.
A lot of them, a couple of them are saying, they agree that what MD has done is bad. Some of them are not supporting him, MD in this, but they are saying that in terms of trolling artists, Davido should also look back to the point that year when he gave someone 1 million naira after the person abused Wizkid. So these are two wrongs right now, and they're saying if this is right, or if this is wrong rather, then we also have to admit that this is also wrong. I don't know if you're getting me.
I get what you're saying, but they are trying to paint a picture that Davido has given out money to someone because he has gone to abuse his supposed enemy. And that picture is wrong, because Davido has given out money for a lot of things. I mean, we know that there was a period, perhaps it's that 2019, where this one, take 1 million.
1 million,
this one, take 1 million. There was several 1 million that was being shared about, regardless whether you're a Wizkid fan or not or something. But somebody has been beat up mercilessly. Who's going to help the guy? And perhaps he reached out to a David. If you reach out to David and David's okay, no problem. Take this 1 million, guys. Take care of yourself.
Of yourself,
it was a chance for him to one up a Sule, where your supposed rival, and is done there. So he wouldn't take that chance. It's not, come on now. It's not like they were best of friends around that period. It was all fair. But in this instance, we've seen two of them embrace and they are in good times, right? Why is it that the fans could not even call off truce and feel like, let's be together?
Of course, we know the fans are never going to call that,
Exactly. But see, in this instance where they're actually cool, there's no issues with them. They're cool. And let's not forget that it was still the same 2019 or after, that Wizkid and December of that year, of that same year, that Wiz and December came on stage together and all was forgotten, isn't it? So if there was a point where they came on stage, all was forgotten. Why is now a fan who wants to justify something that is really, really stupid and saying, why did David do it in that year? When after that, there's instances where David and Wiz have embraced, have been on each other's shows and give people a show. So what are they trying to say? They are just trying to come up with the excuses that don't match.
Do you think Davido, looking back at that, incident and everything, do you think he regrets it? Given Shoki,
the incident is insignificant. It's insignificant to what it is right now, because even after that incident, have Wiz and David, have they not embraced? Have they not shown love to each other in the public that we've seen 2 times, right? So what are they saying? If it's such a big incident that they need to bring up, what are they saying? It's not. This incident is even irrelevant. It's in the past. It's bygone. Because 2 times after that, they've embraced. We've seen them in public, and everything seems to be good. David has even talked good about Wiz. So what are they trying to bring up? Again, like I said, it's just excuses, trying to justify what is unjustifiable. There's nothing they can say to me,
Okay, as we go, Big Lala, what exactly is the advice you have for artists in terms of online trolling and supporting their fans? I mean, artists are meant to actually caution their fans, not aiding them. What advice do you have for artists and online trolling?
No matter how much they caution, we've seen this with several artists. Does Wiz caution his fans?
No.
So why are people calling for a David to caution his fans? As notorious as Wizkid FC is, have they ever said, Baba, caution us? Have they ever said that? So all of a sudden, they want people to be cautioning their own fans when nobody is cautioning them. It's not the artist's job to caution anybody. It's not. He can't control his stance. The cocoa is they should keep on supporting him and pushing his music. Same for Wiz. The stans themselves or the fans themselves are the ones who have to get some sort of
brain. Get some brain.
Get some brain for themselves. And know where to draw the line. A lot of people are just so comfortable because it's Twitter. Imagine if Twitter today now say you have to submit some sort of identity for you to be on their platform. Plenty people will have their identity on there now. No more ghost accounts, no more this.
No more ghost accounts.
You have thought that MD looked like the way he did. You think MD is one? And then you now see someone like that who's a lion online, but offline. What's that kind of person? That's the definition of a keyboard warrior. Most people are keyboard warriors online.
You are talking from experience, Abby.
From good experience. And I choose not to be a keyboard warrior anymore. Many years ago.
Anyways, big ups, Big Lala. Thank you for coming on the show, guys. A key key takeaway from here: please try as much as possible, as fans listening, watching us right now. Please, if you're a fan of Wizkid, fan of Bonner, fan of David, we know these are the 3 guys that a couple of Tiwa Savage fans as well also come in. Please, if you're a fan of this top artist, Olamide fans as well. I saw Wizkid and Olamide fans battling themselves one time, some 4 days ago, because there was a post of Wizkid gave Olamide international relevance. Yes. Someone said Wizkid is going to give Olamide international relevance with a new single they're about to drop, and that was how the fight started. You know, I mean, quite a couple of this. And fans, please, if you're watching us right now, you're a fan of this, guys, please know where to draw the line. You can hype your artist without rubbishing the other artists. Please know where to draw the line. Know where to draw the line. Ronaldo and Messi fans, they tackle themselves every now and then. No one has ever gone to their children. No one has ever gone to their children. Please know where to draw the line. It's very, very important. You know, thank you so much, guys, for always watching and sharing, subscribing. Please do stay safe, and God bless you